As you can see here, you have a couple hundred protesters here, essentially lined up in front of the hotel. There's people speaking with bullhorns, and on both sides, essentially, of this gathering, you also have about a dozen protesters on each side of the road. They are blocking the road, and they are trying to block the road, saying that they want to keep Donald Trump from being able to speak here in the San Francisco area. Certainly a pretty vibrant scene here. You have several hundred protesters. They are cheering, they are chanting, they are trying to have their voices heard as far as talking out against what they view as Donald Trump's hateful and bigoted rhetoric. Those are the kinds of words that we are hearing from Trump protesters here. Inside, a much quieter scene. I was just inside in the banquet hall where Donald Trump is going to speak. You have people at tables essentially getting ready to have a meal, and Donald Trump is supposed to be the keynote speaker for that lunch. His mission in there is going to be very different from the mission of people out here. Donald Trump in there is going to speak to the Republican convention here in the state, trying to move forward, trying to move his path to get the delegates he needs to be able to clinch the Republican nomination. That path seems a little bit more sure now that he's swept through these 5 states in what some people have called the Acela primary. He goes on to Indiana. That's the state that's going to be voting on Tuesday. But very soon after that, in June, you have California voting, and that's where the brunt of the delegates are going to be handed out, and that's what could perhaps make or break the nomination for Donald Trump.